Sitting down looks crazy. Even just turning over, even just scratching your face, even just scratching your arm.
For sure.
Everything looks crazy and you're being observed all the time. And you're being considered as not sane. Of when I was 8 years old, and I just moved from Canada to Australia, and I didn't have any friends yet in Australia, and I had a really hard time talking on the phone, but there was this girl who was like the daughter of my mom's friend, and for some reason she called me up, and we were talking on the phone, and she was talking about roller skating, and it's my first memory of having like a fantasy that was so overwhelming that I forgot about everything else that was like reality. On her driveway, and in my mind, I thought that she was inviting me over to her house to roller skate on her driveway, and I went into this fantasy that I thought we were going to have a sleepover, and I thought we were going to play with My Little Ponies on the driveway, and so we were supposed to be talking on the phone, but she was still on the phone. I didn't hang it up. I just went into my room and I started to collect all of the toys that I thought she might want to play with, and I got so excited. It was like an out-of-body experience, and I remember this feeling of being like in this like extreme like joy that this girl wanted me to come over and have a sleepover, and I really made up all these things in my head and like didn't even check if they were real, and I started to prepare for this adventure. And meanwhile, she was still on the phone, but I had like wandered off into the house for like half an hour, and I had like started to pack my things, and then my mom didn't know what was going on, but she heard somebody like on the phone being like, hello, hello, and I guess my mom like picked up the phone, and it was the girl's mom, and the girl, and that's when the girl's mom was like, I don't think that she can talk with you anymore. So this one time, it was one of the last times I saw my sister, and we were at my mom's house, and my mom came down the stairs in her nightgown, and she looked like very kind of hunched over and very like gaunt, like almost a bit skeletal. So I remember my mom wearing this lilac dressing gown and coming down the stairs, and then she came to my sister and I, and she said, I have something I have to tell you. And we were like, okay. And our family is really disturbed, but this moment, my mom, who usually never tells stories about anything, she holds a lot in, but she decided to tell us that, and she was like, really like, it's a terrible thing, like your father used to dress up in women's clothes, and he was deviant. Do you think your body is real?
I don't know. My foot looks so sore on the side of the tub. There's definitely times when it doesn't feel real.
How does that feel?
It feels weird, but I think it's actually something to do with sugar highs, as opposed to what I used to think, which was that I was shifting through different dimensions. But maybe it's the same thing. I mean, maybe sugar is really like more powerful than peyote.
Yeah. I really think it might be. Did you notice how tonight Shoy ate sugar and then he turned into an alternate universe being?
Yeah.
I feel like it's something sinister. Like, is it some sinister thing to have a
White cross? Like, what is the reference to it, you know? It's just a plus sign. It's two negative symbols 90 degrees from each other. I've only got to the white cross.